Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense Mindset. I am sick and tired of the weakness of the common person, not even the average person, just the common person, most people, okay? I've had so many people throughout this uncommon sense time tell me their excuse, not explanation, excuse as to why they were unable to or didn't do the thing they were supposed to do, as if it was like fact, logic, math, like, seeing how 1 + 1 = 2, see that's the answer I get. How am I supposed to get a different answer to that equation, kind of, Well, they're really just telling me why the thing could be challenging or difficult, and I cannot relate to that anymore. I just cannot, because my thinking, I always see that, oh yeah, that's a part of it, that's difficult, but just get it done. Why didn't you just get it done, Like, did you expect it to be easy? Do you think that it's different for other people? Or for me, the thing you're describing is like, for me it's like this, so clearly it doesn't work. Like, how do I change that? Or how are you able to do that? Well, because I face the same thing as you, and I just get it done, okay? Let's take fasting. People have tons of different explanations. That's a great old video of mine that I should redo. Your explanation is an excuse, but many excuses as to why they specifically cannot fast, and how do I remove this thing, this part of fasting that's difficult for me is kind of the question. The answer is kind of like, you don't. You just get it done anyway. Like this, I get so cold, I've not been able to go longer than like a day or 1.5 days because I get so cold, and my sleep suffers. Like, how do you do that? It's like, I've adapted to fasting at this point, but at the start when I was fasting, and for the first years, I've been practicing prolonged fasting for many years now, it was way more difficult. I did get colder. Yeah, I still get colder on fast sometimes. Put on a sweater, like get it done. Take a hot shower, take more showers than you usually would if it makes you feel better, Sleep suffers during fast. Yeah, that can happen. Especially when you're new to it, you will adapt eventually. But if you want to learn to fast, if you want to be able to do it, just get it done. Just accept that, okay, I had to sleep a little less to get the fast done. I had to be a little cold to get the fast done. There might have been a moment where this doesn't really happen to me anymore. So I kind of want to throw that in, that some things you just have to get done for a while until it becomes like second nature, or you adapt to the thing and you actually don't have to get certain things done anymore. But for instance, I used to have the typical moment for many people, if you fast there around, like on the second day, 30 hours plus minus certain hours, somewhere around there, usually tough time on a fast, when I would feel very weak, lightheaded, headache. I would consider many times, I wouldn't consider it really, because I know that I'm going to get it done. I've told people I'm going to fast. I've told myself that I'm going to fast. I'm going to get it done. But the ego voice, starts like, maybe we should. Maybe it's the right reason. See, I couldn't fast because I got that headache, But I would just do whatever it took. If I have to move, I just move more slowly. If I'm able, I just lie down. And lo and behold, it would pass eventually. Just get it done, okay? Another thing I can think of is people are like, how can you train so hard? Train to failure like that all the time? How do you recover from that? When I cannot train to failure. I cannot recover from it. And I'm just like, well, what do you even mean when you say that? Only I don't recover. So you're telling me that you train to failure, you've tried it. You take the rest days because I'm guessing you don't train the same body part, several days in a row. You rest from whatever you took to failure, at least for one more day, right? And you've come to the gym and you've given it absolutely your all, and now you suddenly fail sooner on those exercises. Because that's never what people say. It's just some vague, like, no, I cannot recover. It's like, do you mean that you just got really sore? That the workout was tough? You felt a bit tired? Because again, I trained too hard at the start. I was kind of afraid of doing too little, but I've decided I'm on this path now. I'm a natural bodybuilder now. I'm going to max out my results now. I think I have to push as hard as I possibly can every time. I overdid it many times, okay? I would feel like, if not be like sore for a long time, you feel like just almost like hungover from. I remember doing like deadlifts and chin-ups in a superset, not running straight between them, but it's still kind of meaty, two big exercises to alternate like that, and then do a bunch of other back work on that. I would feel like like hungover the next day. Okay, but and look, the point isn't like This isn't always like a great thing to push too hard, but what I want to tell you is that before you can even determine that I cannot recover, no, it was too much for me, it was actually the right thing to take a step back, you know. Make sure your just get it done muscle is well trained, okay? This is what I've done. I've overdone things so that I see that I can absolutely do what's necessary to get the job done, and then I just dial it back a little bit, okay? Another thing would be the cold, you know, cold showers. Like, oh, how do you do that? I'm so cold in the morning, I possibly couldn't, you know? As if something is different. I've always been cold, a person that feels like I'm always more freezing in the morning, and I'll tell you, morning cold showers are still one of the things that I feel like the most resistance towards doing, even though it's such a short thing, you know, compared to like a full-blown hard workout, you know, training every set to failure. Just getting in the cold shower in the morning is what I feel the most resistance to, that I will make little mini excuses like, oh, I'll go prepare this before I jump in, you know, little mini excuses, but in the end, I just get it done. That's what I do. It's not that, oh, you know, I'm just blessed with that, I feel great in the morning, I feel hot, I actually want to go into the cold shower in the morning. No, actually, my new cold shower, like in the apartment I moved in, I guess 8 months ago, or something, that cold shower, it gets way colder, and the stream is just where I have to really move around, use willpower and effort to spread out the cold water on myself, you know. Just get it done. I just have to get it done, okay? And the same thing would go for the cold plunges. People also describe it, and you know, how do you do that? Like, I'm so sensitive to cold. Again, it's like, okay, I'm sure someone could make up, well, you're Swedish, it's easier for you, Viking genes or something. I promise you, we're not just born for like close to 0 degrees Celsius water to just feel good, you know. No, I just get it done. And I'll end with one story. I'll tell you how because I'm telling you about the just get it done muscle, okay? You just get it done. You train just getting it done, okay? So quite early on in the uncommon sense era of my life, I've started fasting. I've done a few different things, right? And then I'm sort of, because I get to know some people like through social media that also are into fasting, and I'm invited to be like a coach on a group fasting challenge. Like, oh, anyone that want to try a 72-hour fast, we'll invite you to this group chat, and us that are coaches, we will post some educational content, and if you want to, you know, share your progress or how you're feeling on the fast, you can do that in a group, right? And so I had been doing YouTube videos for a while then, and I decided that like I'm gonna do a little vlog from each day, and I decided to make it a little special, be a little, you know, go a little harder than the rest because I'm one of the coaches, right? It was like in fall, it must have been like October, November probably, and yeah, it was quite cold, and I didn't do cold plunging back then. And so in my first video, I told that, okay, so I'm going to dry fast just the first 24 hours from this and sort of break the dry part by going and jumping into the lake tomorrow. Yeah, then I'll start drinking water also, right? So I will use the sauna, kind of dehydrate myself a little bit extra. And look, so it was fall, it wasn't super cold, but then I just wake up to, it's been snowing like crazy all night, and it's suddenly way colder. But I told everyone that I'm doing this, okay? I am going and jumping into the lake. Oh, I'll film it for you, you know. So what do? I go to just get it done, okay? And this is a time when I overdid it, because like I told you, this was not something I did regularly. I mean, I'm sure I tried it once, tried some cold showers, but the way you've seen, like in a recent short I put out when I do the cold plunge, I did not have that habit and routine and such control and some resistance that you build to it, right? So I come there, and it's like super snowy on the bridge. You can find this clip on the channel still. I'm just walking around. Let's just do it. I have to like be, because okay, I have the routine now. What I did, and I just walking around like, let's just do it. Let's just. And then I jump in. You know, I jumped in like a maniac. You know, and then I get up. And I remember, like, my face was like freezing. Like when I'm talking to the camera, when I'm like laughing, I'm like, because my face is so cold. So I go, start heading back, but I decide to visit my parents for a bit because they have a bathtub that I don't have, so I can just immerse myself in hot water. But I was so not used to this, and I'm fasting, right? Like I'm 36 hours fasted or something at this point. And it was like I was permanently, chilled out. We talk about being colder on a fast. It was like I couldn't get back. I felt like even when the skin felt warm, I felt like in my core, I was just cold and kind of shivering like this. And I like scared myself. And that would have been a time when I've been like, okay, I'll actually break this 72-hour fast that it was early, because of course eating some and just starting to metabolize the food would heat you up from within. But I'm on this fasting challenge and I just had too much integrity to start eating and then lie that, oh, see, I'm 48 hours in now. And so again, speaking of the first thing I said, being cold on a fast, I took more hot showers, and I remember some friends came to my place. I was sitting like with lots of clothes and like this blanket over me, And then when I woke up the next day, when it was time to break the fast, so I guess I was more than 30, because I know I started it in the morning and I was supposed to break it in the morning, and it was 72 hours. I actually felt all right after just a night of sleep, probably something like that. It wasn't smart to do, but looking at it now, knowing what I know, it's like, it's not dangerous. It's just like, it was a bit of a shock to me, But I got it done. I promised, I said I'm going to jump in the lake, even when things turned away, way colder weather, I did it. Even when I would have broken the fast early, just to heat myself up when something like that happened, when I've said to everyone, and I coach on a fasting challenge, I just can't. Just get it done, okay? And I'm recording this video now, and it was good for me to have a topic like this when I'm a little bit on edge like this, because this entire day, like, I didn't feel like recording this video. Let me tell you about my entire day. This is a long day. This year has started hectic for me. Lots of work, in a good way, but lots of things to just get done, right? So I woke up at 5, cold shower, like I tell you, do some work on the phone, respond to some clients, another business associate. I write this Instagram post, post some other things. I eat. I have to eat. I don't like eating before training really, but I'm bulking. I need to get the food in. That's another thing. I can't go on so much with just get it done. Even when we're not talking about fasting and weight loss, it's the other direction too. It's like, oh, I just get so full, and like I don't know how to gain weight. Just get it done. You have to just approach the food as if it's work. Okay, you have to just make it happen. Okay, make it happen. Take time for it. Add fat. If you are that kind of hard gainer with high metabolism, well, even on top of the good food, like would be my bulking advice, always a solid foundation of healthy foods, throw in some freaking candy on there. Eat the pizza or whatever, just get it done. If you want to gain weight and put on muscle, you gotta eat more then. You just get it done, okay? It's the same thing for me now. I'm not a hard gainer. I don't really have bad appetites, but I've gotten such high metabolism now that it's nearly impossible when I work this much at least to just gain weight from whole foods. So I have a solid foundation, probably 3,500 calories of whole foods. Throw in 1,000 calories of like whatever, to just get it done. But so I eat my rice and eggs. I go hit my hard leg workout. I gotta film the sets. I gotta edit them. I gotta post them. And the posting is just purely for you guys, Like, honestly, my Instagram story, I invest more into that, like, than I get back in some kind of, business win for me. It's just because I want to share my process with those of you guys that really follow me closely, So I gotta post these videos when I finish my workout. I gotta pick up food. I gotta buy food, I gotta get back, I gotta eat more, I gotta prepare food now, because now I'm gonna go away to gym and train. I have in-person clients on Tuesdays, right? So I gotta go away, I gotta train a couple of clients, then quickly eat one of the meals I prepared, rice, beef, quickly back to work. Another client, short break, I have brought salmon, mozzarella, avocado, orange juice, because it's dense, calorie dense, healthy food, right? Get it in, train the last client. I went to have a sauna, and then I realized that tomorrow I have an even longer day, and I want to post a video tomorrow. So if I want to post a video that I gotta get done, I gotta get it done now, okay? So now I'm finishing up this video, and now I'm gonna go get 260 like nut protein bars that I'm gonna, it's, side note, I don't recommend eating too many protein bars. I should talk about that kind of thing. It's a stepping stone, but for me now, I'm just trying to avoid eating freaking chocolate and stuff too much on top of the healthy foods. I picked up some, they term it like, less bad protein bars. I'm gonna go pick up a big package. And then it's 7 in the evening, right? I'm gonna have to wind down after that, and so I can get to sleep and get things done tomorrow. Okay, guys? But I'll round off. I don't have wearing glasses now, so I can even see how long I've gone. But I'll round off by saying that, of course, now we're talking like high-level shit here. Some of the things, and I come up short with certain things too, I want to say that, you know, to some of you guys that can't stand it when I just brag so much about how fucking great I am, that you think, you know, that I should be more humble. Well, you shut the fuck up and humble yourself. Is anything that I just told you not true, you know? And the second point is that, as usual, this is not about me, guys. I'm just the example, showing and telling you how to get it done. This is about you. I want to inspire you to get it done, to realize that many of your excuses, your reasons, your perfectly good, rational reasons for why you're not getting it done, they're just excuses, okay? Get it done, but certain things we're going to find that we cannot quite get done, okay? We're not there yet. We have to have a balanced approach, and then we can talk about little means of how can we make this easier for you. Take the protein bars, for instance. Someone that really have a hard time staying away from sweets on their weight loss, they cannot get it done right now. It's just enough. They're too addicted. They have too much discomfort within them. They're running from too much weakness, too little willpower at the moment. Well, if something like protein bars can give you your little sweet tooth satisfaction so you can stick to a better diet than before, okay. This is the balanced approach, okay, here at the end. We cannot always get it done, but so many times, that's just what you have to do. Fuck your fucking excuses. Realize how you're just rationalizing, coming up with such good explanation as to why it's not possible. It's not true. You just have to get it done, guys, okay? So please like and comment. Would love to hear what you have to say about this, guys, but just spare me your explanations, you know, as to, no, but I've not been able to because of this, you know. Like, if you have a perfectly, actually good reason, you can keep that to yourself, okay? Then you can actually, you don't have the need to tell me about it then. I do holistic bodybuilding coaching, getting jacked and stacked mentally, physically, spiritually, working on ourselves, body, mind, and soul, becoming that person that just gets it done. So they get that fucking physique as that's just the manifestation of being that way. That's just the trophy, the expression of being that man that just gets it done, or woman, of course. You can pick up my training book, everything mindset, philosophy, training related, definitely related to this, that you need in order to become a self-reliant, jacked and stacked individual. And please subscribe for more content about fitness, fast losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. Just get it done. Peace.